Welcome to East Alabama Today, featuring topics, events, and interesting people from all over East Alabama. Hosted by Carl Brady. Now, let's get right to the show. Here's Carl Brady.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into East Alabama Today. I'm Carl Brady. Thanks for joining us for today's program. As always, we've got a lot of information to share for you, so we'll get to it in just a moment. First off, we're going to let you know about the best ways to get in touch with me. If you have an idea for a show, we would love to hear from you. Fairs, festivals, special events, things that are going on in your community throughout the East Alabama region. If you have something you want to share with everyone, send me an email, because you never know, you may find yourself as a guest here on East Alabama Today as well. So give me an email at cbrady@tv24.tv. That's tv24.tv, and not just fairs, festivals, special events, and things like that are going on in the community, but let me know about the interesting people who live in your community. Maybe you know someone who's a writer, an artist, or a musician. Maybe they have an odd or an interesting hobby, and you think they'd be a great guest for our program. Well, I want to know about those folks as well. So again, the email address is cbrady@tv24.tv. And remember now, we are streaming online. Well, not streaming online, but we do have the on-demand online for the show at tv24.tv. Go to the on-demand section of tv24.tv, click on East Alabama Today, and there you can watch your favorite episodes over the last few weeks right there on the convenience of your computer. So check that out at tv24.tv. We'll be back in just a moment with today's show, so stay with us. And we welcome you back into East Alabama Today. Again, I'm Carl Brady. And today we are going to be talking about a local agency that I don't believe we've ever featured here on East Alabama Today before, and that's going to be the Gadsden Job Corps Center, which is located on Valley Street in Gadsden. And I have with me today the director of the center, Lorraine Lane.
Hello.
Lorraine, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And a Job Corps student, Vernon Williams-Henley. Vernon, great to have you on the show as well.
Nice to be here.
So we're looking forward to learning more about Job Corps today. It's something that we hear the name, and beyond that, I don't think a lot of people, unless you've been associated with Job Corps, a lot of people don't necessarily know what it is that you do. But you guys are celebrating 50 years of doing what you do.
Yes,
so educate us. Let us know what's Job Corps all about.
You know, it is unfortunate that Job Corps is America's best kept secret, in my opinion. But yes, Job Corps was a part of the LBJ, President LBJ's initiatives back in 1964. So we are celebrating 50 years of being around, and Gadsden has had the opportunity to have a Job Corps Center for 23 years.
Wow.
Yeah, they have been here for quite some time. Job Corps is a federally funded program that's operated by private contractors. And the contractor that operates the Gadsden Center is Adams and Associates of Nevada, Inc. And we've been associated with Job Corps as a company for over 20 years. And so the Gadsden Center is a vocational and educational program for at-risk youth between the ages of 16 and 24 years of age. And the center, as you stated earlier, Carl, is located at, on Valley Street, and we share with the Gadsden State Community College campus. So we're on that campus with Gadsden State Community College. It is a really beautiful campus.
It is.
And we offer students various vocational training, culinary arts, office administration, certified nursing assistants, carpentry, security with the military preparedness. You know, so we really want to encourage students not just to take security, but also help them prep for their ASVAB and military enrollment for those students that are interested in the military. Our students come from surrounding areas of the state of Alabama. About 90% of our students are from Alabama. We do have other students that come maybe from Georgia, and a rare occasion, a student from Florida. We do have some students like Vernon here who come for a little farther, because Vernon is a part of our advanced training program. And so he'll probably tell you a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But we offer an advanced training program called Human Service Worker Residential Advisor. So those students have already completed a vocational program at another Job Corps Center. And there are 125 Job Corps centers across the country.
Wow.
Alabama has another center in Montgomery, the Montgomery Job Corps Center. And so those students at the other Job Corps centers transfer or apply to come to our advanced training program. So we get in maybe about 10 to 15 students enrolled in that program. So we can have students as far away from as Oregon. We've had students from Massachusetts,
Wow.
Philadelphia, New Jersey, and Georgia or Florida. And so those students are just a step above in their educational vocational training. And then the goal for them is to leave and become prepared to be residential advisors at other Job Corps centers.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So it's pretty exciting opportunity for young people who come to our program. We also partner with Gadsden State with a college program. So we have about 10 students, 10 to 12 students now that are enrolled in Gadsden State. So we're giving them that needed support that they often need to transition into the college lifestyle and the study habits that they need. We all remember our first year in college.
Oh, yeah.
And so we try to provide that structure and support that they'll need as non-traditional college students, because some of them are a little bit older. They started a little bit late, but they're on the right path now for Job Corps.
Is it prepping them to go straight into the job market or straight into college, or does it kind of give you a choice of either one?
It's a choice of either one. We have an acronym on our center called MAC-10 GOAL, Military Advanced Training College or Job Making 10 or more an hour. And we introduce that to students there initially when they come in, because we want them to come in with the end in mind. So if you're going to take a certified nurse and assistant training program, we want to make sure that when you go back home, there's employment for you. So we talk to you about all the things that you need, whether it's your driver's license, making sure that you're the type of person that needs to be in the healthcare industry, that you have that skill set. And once you obtain your training, okay, so let's look at where you're coming from. You're coming from Birmingham. What part of Birmingham? What's in the surrounding areas in the nursing field that can support you? And then we even try to go as far as connecting with those employers in the local area to say, we're Gadsden Job Corps, you get at least 15 young people coming back to your community in this trade area. How can we partner with you to make sure those guys transition from Job Corps right into employment? We just find that former students do a lot better when they leave us and go directly into their next phase versus going home and sitting. So we have partnerships with the military. They come on center, offer ASVAB training, ASVAB testing. The ultimate goal is we want to see you go from Job Corps to MEPS to the military, and I said college earlier, and then advanced training. We offer an advanced training program, but there are other Job Corps centers out there that offer advanced training programs, anything from weatherization to Roto-Rooter has an advanced training program in upstate New York. Cisco has an advanced training program in Massachusetts. Culinary arts, there are several across the country where students go. Out in San Francisco, one of our sister centers, Treasure Island, has an advanced training program. So there's a lot of opportunity for anyone that's interested in making that change.
Let's talk a little bit about the curriculum that you offer. You've mentioned several different ones. I guess, I don't know, maybe they're the most visible in the community, but the ones that I'm more familiar with, of course, the culinary arts and the security training. Those are the two, I think, that we may see out in the community a little bit more, volunteering and participating in community events and things like that. So talk about those programs. How how do we end up with a really good culinary arts program right here in Gadsden that most people don't know is there?
You know, the first person I have to just mention, I would be remiss, is Chef Crystal Dent. She's our culinary arts instructor, and she is amazing with our students.
We're going to have to do a special show and have her come
I would
in
love
and
her.
do some
Love
cooking
to do
for
it,
us
yeah,
sometime.
as long as I get to taste. Yeah, she's amazing with our students, and you're right. You do see us out in the community. Just last week, we were helped co-sponsor the Chamber of Commerce After Hours program with Gold's Gym, and so we did all the catering for that chamber meeting. Job Corps looks at the labor market research. You know, it's not haphazard when a center gets a certain trade. We look at what the demand is for the state of Alabama, labor market research, and where students are going. And culinary arts is one of those programs that people always want to eat. And there's always a restaurant out, and there's a great deal of hotels in the state of Alabama that have a culinary need. And so that is how a program gets introduced into a Job Corps Center. In our security program as well, there's several local corrections facilities. There's a lot of shopping centers that need security officers. And then we do community events, Riverfest. Sometimes we're there, you know, assisting with the process. So again, labor market research has been done, and there's a demand for it in the state of Alabama. So we have actually 2 security trade programs. Captain Henderson is one of our instructors, and Mr. Ronald Travers is another. And both of those instructors work really closely with the military and other security agencies to, you know, help our students get placed into jobs when they leave.
We need to take a commercial break, so we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to bring Vernon in on the conversation when we come back as well. So hang out with us as we learn more about the Gadsden Job Corps Center here on East Alabama Today. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back into East Alabama Today. Again, we are talking about the Gadsden Job Corps Center, what it is, the curriculum that they offer, and things like that. We have Lorraine Lane, the director of the center, with us, and also Vernon Williams-Henley, who is one of the students there. And we're going to bring Vernon in on the conversation here in a second, but let me ask you about the general education part of it. I know it's not all just direct training in the field that you go in. There's English, math, and those kind of things that are related to it as well.
We actually have our academic component for the young adult that did not receive a high school diploma or a GED. And so those students, about 70% of our students, come in needing to get their high school diploma and or GED. And we offer both programs. There's a high school track and there is a GED track. We also work with our students for remedial math and reading because sometimes when you've been out of school for a bit of time, you know, you lose those skill sets. I lose some of my skill sets.
Trying to help the kids with homework can be kind of difficult now.
I would be no help whatsoever. So we offer that. But the other component, Carl, that we offer that's very important for our young adults is that social skills training. We have many employers that say to us, get those skill sets in the social area together. I can train them what I need them to do on the job. You know,
I hadn't thought about that, but that is a good
it's
point,
very important, helping, you know, to look employable, to be on time, you know, and this may sound simple, but how to say thank you, you know, and when is it appropriate? And now in the world of social media and technology, those etiquettes that, you know, we have to talk about, when to use a cell phone, when not, you know, what's appropriate in the workplace when you talk about emails. So we discuss and we train our students on all those aspects of society, social mores and norms, because it's important.
Learn to get along with your coworkers sometimes, even if you don't necessarily like them, you still got to work together.
Absolutely.
And get along.
Workplace relationships and ethics. It's one of our success standards that we work with students on, you know, diversity, how to deal in a diverse workplace and diverse community. Being a member of a community, what's your responsibility as a citizen in a local, you know, community? How to be a good person, you know, things that you and I may take for granted if we grew up in that, but if we didn't have those structures in our world, then those are things that we don't know. And a lot of our students need those refresher courses when you talk about social skills, because that's a third component of what we do. Because we are a residential facility, majority of our students who live on campus, and so when you're talking about students there between the ages of 16 and 24, about 100 males, 100 females, you can have an array of issues and concerns.
I'm sure.
It's like having 225 teenagers, is what you have. And so you have to put those structures in place so that everybody knows what the expectations are, everybody knows the standards, and then people work through, those standards. And those that can't, unfortunately, we separate, fairly quickly when they realize we may not be the program for them, or we realize this person is not ready to meet our standards and expectations.
Vernon, let's bring you in here. Tell us about your experience with Job Corps. Now, you're an advanced student, so you've already gone through some Job Corps training and have come to Gadsden to continue that training. Talk about your coursework. What is it that you're working on through Job Corps?
Well, right now I'm in the college program, the ACT program up at Gadsden State Community College. And right now I'm in college for sociology. But while I was still enrolled during the program at Gadsden,
At the Job Corps Center.
Yeah, Gadsden Job Corps Center. I was in the human service worker. A lot of the work that we do, we volunteer our time. Like we used to volunteer at Emma Sampson, the Living Development. And we help those little children with their homework and, other things like that. We also volunteer with CED Mental Health on Thursday nights for their movie and game nights they have for children, just to keep them off the street and to keep them doing something positive. We also help with the new students that come in the center. Every Thursday and Friday, we meet with them and we help them realize what are their goals, what do they want to do, what trade would they like to take at the center. And it's mostly just volunteering our time. And
what's your ultimate goal? Social worker, that kind of program? Is that what's your ultimate plan?
My ultimate plan is to work at a shelter for at-risk youth. Myself, I'm coming from being homeless when I was in Philadelphia and in Pennsylvania. I used to be homeless, and I know that it's very hard to have to struggle and deal with that. And if it was not for the people that helped me out and gave me that helping hand to say, here, I'm willing to help you in your time of need, then I would not be here today. So I wish to go back and help other children like myself to, give them that helping hand, to show them that, there is people still out here who are willing to help you.
How did you get involved with Job Corps as a student? How did your situation lead you to Job Corps?
I remember in high school, a lot of teachers told me about Job Corps. It was really big when I was in high school. And after high school, I left and, I lived on my own. And I came into a struggle and I realized that, hey, maybe Job Corps might be the right answer for me to go to. And I tried my first time, and unfortunately, I did not succeed in Job Corps, and I walked off. But after I left and I became homeless, I realized that, hey, maybe there were things in Job Corps that I should have learned. So I decided to go back and try again. And this time when I went back, I did much better than I did the first time. And now I'm here.
Let's talk about the financial aspects of this. Vernon was homeless and came to Job Corps. How does he get paid for? Where does the financing for a student's tuition and their education come from?
We are federally funded, as I stated, so it does not cost a youth to come to Job Corps. They have to be income eligible, of course. And so Vernon is in our college program that I talked about, and he applies, for Pell Grants and things like that to get into school. He has to maintain a certain grade point average to remain in that program. And so students, their housing is taken care of, the food, some health care benefits, medical, dental, eyewear. And all students are assigned a career counselor, so they have that support, on campus. So as I say to students who come into our program, this is the one time in life where the only person you really need to focus on is you. And our job is to give you that support so that you can do that, to make those changes, to make those adjustments, so that when you leave our program, you're able to stand on your own 2 feet and hopefully give back.
Vernon, talk about Job Corps and really what it has meant to you and the years you've been in Job Corps. How has it changed you personally from going to a homeless teenager to a young man who is in college to be a social worker? How did Job Corps help with that change or help you make that change?
Job Corps helped me make that change by, they have these, what they call 8 career success standards, and it's basically the social skills that Ms. Lane was talking about. And when you're in Job Corps, after a while, like even if you don't want to learn it, you will eventually learn it, and then you can learn to apply it. Like it helped me learn to apply those success standards to become more successful. Like when I came to Job Corps, I could not hold a steady job. I could not. And now I have a job that I'm working at currently. And it's because of those success standards, like teaching me like how to be on time and how to look employable and just things like that. And now I have a great job and I'm in college and you know I'm doing much better than I was, and yeah.
On a great track for your future, it sounds.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, time for us to do another quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll tell you how you can get in touch with Job Corps if you have questions or need any information concerning the Gadsden Job Corps Center. We'll have that when we come back. So hang out with us. We'll be back in a moment. And we welcome you back for our final segment of East Alabama Today. We've been talking about the Gadsden Job Corps Center, and there's so much more we could have talked about. So we're going to have them come back on sometime soon and talk more about what's going on with Job Corps. It's just a multifaceted program that we just barely scratched the surface on today. But if you'd like to get some more information about Job Corps, they are located on Valley Street in Gadsden. That's off of Tuscaloosa Avenue, 600 Valley Street. That's the Valley Street campus of Gadsden State Community College as well. Phone number 256-547-6222. And you can check out more information online, gadsden.jobcorps.gov. And there you can find out more information about the programs, all of the things that happen at Job Corps in Gadsden. And as we alluded to, you know, there's a lot of community involvement. You do receive a lot of support from local employers and local businesses, and there's just so much more we could talk about. We'll have to do that again sometime. Lorraine, thank you so much for being on the program.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Vernon, thank you as well. Good luck with your future work toward becoming a social worker and working with at-risk youth. And good luck with that. And folks, thank you for joining us here on TV 24's East Alabama Today. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you again next time.